You know, the best advice I ever got was you don't have to prove who's in charge. Everybody knows who's in charge. And the more you try to prove it, the more people try to prove you wrong, just like in the classroom. The best teacher in a school, the best teacher in a school, the best teacher in a school. How often does the best teacher in a school try to prove who's in charge in that classroom? Never. Everybody knows it. The worst teacher in a school, how often does he or she try to prove who's in charge in that classroom? About 20 times an hour, and there's 25 kids pedaling as fast as they can to prove them wrong. Anyhow, I work with college basketball coaches, and one of the most famous coaches in the country, everybody here know this person's name, called me, and I flew out, and he was having a struggling season, and he hasn't had many struggling seasons, and he was having a struggling season, and he asked me to come out with him, come out and visit with him. I went out, and I go, what's the problem? He goes, I can't motivate the players anymore. I go, why can't you motivate the players? He goes, because they've all gotten participation trophies. I said, I'm sorry, what? He goes, they've all gotten participation trophies. I said, these participation trophies are a big deal, aren't they? And he goes, yes, they are. He goes, the problem is they don't earn anything. People don't earn anything anymore. When we were little, we had to earn everything. Isn't this what you hear? I'm just asking. When we were little, people had to earn everything. I said, I know what you mean. When I was 2, I couldn't have supper till I mowed the neighbor's lawn. That's what it was like then. That's how I got the nickname No Toes Todd. That's where that came from, because of the accidents that happened during that time. He goes, you know, when we were little, if we got it at school, we got it twice as much at home. I go, I know what you mean. Because when we were growing up, we didn't even need prisons. Because the parents took care of everything, right? You didn't have any kids that were troublemakers and problems. None of that existed back then. Oh, it did, didn't it? He goes, they don't earn anything. They got participation trophies. I said, you know who else got participation trophies? He said, who? I said, the team that beat you last night. You understand they all got participation trophies too, didn't you? They didn't recruit a player on your team, and they crushed you, and they all got participation trophies too. I go, you know who else got participation trophies? He said, who? I said, the team that beat you Wednesday. They beat you like a JV team. I watched the game on ESPN. The announcers were wondering if the game had passed you by, and I wasn't wondering until I met you and you started talking about participation trophies, and now I'm pretty sure the game has passed you by. And I go, you know who else got participation trophies? He said, who? I said, the team you're playing Saturday. So you got to decide, you're looking for solutions or you're looking for excuses. They found solutions, you found excuses. And you feel really comfortable with your excuses because that keeps you from looking at anything that's going to solve a problem.